Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Tuesday, July 26, 2022. Welcome to day 553. The Senate advanced a bill that would provide $52 billion in subsidies to domestic semiconductor manufacturers in order to boost U.S. competitiveness with China. The package, known as CHIPS Plus, would also invest billions of dollars in science and technology innovation and provide grants, incentives, and tax breaks to the sector. If the Senate passes the bill, as it's expected to do, it would then move to the House, where it also has the support needed to pass. Meanwhile, Biden is reportedly considering another extension to the student loan repayment pause, as well as forgiveness of $10,000 in student loan debt per borrower. The current moratorium on student loan payments expires on August 31st, but the student loan servicing contractors employed by the federal government have been instructed to hold off on contacting borrowers about resuming payments. If the administration pushes back the pause on the payments, it would mark the seventh time the date has been moved since March 2020. Moving on, the United States leads the world in the most known monkeypox infections, reporting more than 3,400 confirmed or suspected cases. The Biden administration, meanwhile, is weighing whether or not to declare a public health emergency and plans to name a White House coordinator to oversee the response. Roughly 18,000 cases have been confirmed in nearly 70 countries, leading the WHO to declare monkeypox a global health emergency. Back in D.C., two top aides to Mike Pence testified to a federal grand jury investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Mike Pence's chief of staff, Mark Short, and legal counsel Greg Jacob were subpoenaed in the Justice Department's criminal investigation. Short is the highest-ranking White House official to testify for the panel so far. Separately, Mike Pompeo is tentatively scheduled to speak with the January 6th committee in the coming days behind closed doors. At the same time, previously undisclosed emails show how the Trump campaign worked with outside attorneys and advisors to organize the fake elector plan to reverse Trump's election defeat. Dozens of emails show the lawyers involved repeatedly using the word fake to refer to the alternate slate of electors, and that the group even appointed a point person in 7 states to organize the fake electors. Quote, kind of wild/creative. We would just be sending in fake electoral votes to Pence so that someone in Congress can make an objection when they start counting votes, and start arguing that the fake votes should be counted, said Jack Wilenchek, a lawyer who helped organize the pro-Trump electors in Arizona, in a December 8, 2020 email to Boris Epshteyn, an advisor to the Trump campaign. In a follow-up email, Wilenchek added that, quote, alternative votes is probably a better term than fake votes, end quote. The group also initially hoped to get Republican state legislatures or governors to join their scheme before Trump's lawyers turned to pressuring Pence. Meanwhile, a judge barred Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from investigating one of 16 fake Trump electors because she hosted a campaign fundraiser for Burt Jones's political opponent. Jones is the Republican nominee for lieutenant governor. A different prosecutor's office, as selected by the state's attorney general, will instead be responsible for investigating Jones if an investigation is warranted. The Justice Department also urged a federal judge to reject efforts by leaders of the Oath Keepers to delay their September trial. Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes and several other members of the group are facing seditious conspiracy charges for their roles in the January 6th attack on the Capitol. They asked a judge to postpone their trial, citing the publicity caused by the January 6th committee's recent hearings. And finally, Attorney General Merrick Garland did not rule out prosecuting Trump, saying, quote, we intend to hold anyone who is criminally responsible for the events surrounding January 6th for any attempt to interfere with the lawful transfer of power from one administration to another accountable, end quote, adding, quote, that's what we do, end quote. And in the polls, Politico says just 22% of New Hampshire residents have a favorable opinion of Biden, marking an all-time low. Biden also trails potential 2024 candidates in favorability, including Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and Cory Booker. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.